Denise Richards suffered plastic surgery emergency filming Special Forces. Denise Richards is one of the new cast members for Season 3 of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. She knew it would be tough and rigorous. Yet she had no idea the ramifications until she suffered a plastic surgery emergency while filming. So what happened, and is she okay? Keep reading for more details. Denise Richards' plastic surgery emergency on Special Forces. When celebrities, athletes, reality stars, and more sign up for the FOX reality series, Special Forces, they come with a reason. Some want to test themselves while others need to release trauma or get rid of voices saying they are not good enough. Denise admits her family was not happy that she was joining the show. They fear for her safety as the challenges were scary and incredibly rough. She has been in intense films, but there are no stunt doubles on Special Forces. This is real and raw with the cast pushed to their ultimate limit. Fans have gotten to know Denise from Starship Troopers, James Bond, and ROBH from seasons 9 and 10. She was also married to Charlie Sheen, with whom she has 2 daughters, Sami and Lola, so she can take on anything thrown at her. Denise is currently wrapping up her new reality series, which will showcase her family now that Sami, Lola, and her youngest, Eloise, are all grown up. She will also catch viewers up on her marriage to Aaron Pfeiffers, but before she does that, she is sharing a plastic surgery mishap. According to People, Denise Richards held nothing back while participating in Season 3 of the hit FOX show. She got so into it that she actually ruptured her breast implants. The model and actress shared this information on Jeff Lewis' Life alongside her husband Aaron and detailed how it went down. She went on to add that she was wearing a harness at the time of the incident, and that was what led to the rupture. Unfortunately, she has yet to get them fixed. When will she get new boobs? As for when Denise Richards will get her new boobs, she had planned to get them fixed a month ago. That had to be put on the back burner due to filming, but it will happen. To add to this tragic situation, she is not even getting assistance when it comes to them being fixed. Despite the incident being an accident that occurred during filming, Denise shared she has to pay for all of it. Noting insurance won't even help, her husband hinted that maybe FOX should take responsibility for this type of situation. Regardless, Special Forces is one of the most highly anticipated series of the year. It will premiere on Wednesday, January 8th, only on FOX. Denise Richards had faced many challenges in her life, but nothing could have prepared her for the ordeal she encountered while filming Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. The show, renowned for pushing celebrities to their physical and emotional limits, had been a daunting proposition from the start. But for Denise, what was meant to be a transformative journey of grit and resilience turned into a nightmare that tested her in ways no obstacle course ever could. The first few days of the shoot were a whirlwind of adrenaline and determination. Denise, along with the other contestants, tackled grueling exercises under the watchful eyes of stern military trainers. Scaling walls, crawling through mud, and enduring sleep deprivation were all part of the game. Denise, known for her glamour and Hollywood poise, surprised many with her tenacity. She was determined to prove she was more than just a pretty face from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or her iconic roles in Wild Things and Starship Troopers. But behind the scenes, Denise was dealing with a secret concern. Months before joining the show, she had undergone a minor cosmetic procedure, a routine touch-up, as she called it. In the world of Hollywood, where youth and perfection were currency, such procedures were almost commonplace. For Denise, it was about maintaining her confidence and keeping up with the expectations of an industry that scrutinized every wrinkle and flaw. However, as the days of rigorous physical activity and harsh conditions wore on, she began to notice something was wrong. It started as a slight discomfort along her jawline. Denise dismissed it at first, attributing it to the strain of the physically demanding challenges. But as the swelling grew and the pain intensified, it became impossible to ignore. By the 5th day of filming, her face had become noticeably puffy on one side, and her jawline, once smooth and defined, appeared uneven. "I thought it was just a reaction to stress," Denise later recounted in an emotional interview. The conditions were brutal, and my body was under so much pressure. But then it started to get worse. The turning point came during a water-based challenge that required contestants to plunge into icy waters and swim under a series of obstacles. As Denise emerged from the freezing depths, gasping for air, she felt a sharp, shooting pain radiate through her jaw. It was unbearable. She clutched her face, her expression contorted in agony. The medical team on set rushed to her side. Initial assessments suggested an infection, but further examination revealed a far more serious issue. The cosmetic filler she had recently received had reacted adversely to the extreme conditions, causing an inflammatory response. The combination of physical exertion, exposure to harsh elements, and the cold had triggered a rare but severe complication. "We need to get you to a hospital immediately," the on-set doctor told her, his tone grave. Denise's heart sank. Leaving the show was the last thing she wanted. She had come to prove her strength, to inspire her daughters, and to show the world a side of her that was seldom seen. But now, she faced a battle she couldn't fight alone. The producers arranged for Denise to be airlifted to the nearest medical facility. As she lay on the stretcher, wrapped in thermal blankets to stave off the cold, tears streamed down her swollen face. She felt a mix of fear, frustration, and shame. Fear for her health, frustration at having to leave the competition, and shame for what she saw as vanity leading to this moment. The hospital stay was a whirlwind of tests and treatments. Specialists confirmed that the filler had migrated and caused a significant infection, necessitating immediate intervention. Denise underwent a procedure to remove the filler and drain the affected areas. The process was both physically and emotionally excruciating. "It was one of the most humbling experiences of my life," Denise shared. "Here I was, stripped of all the glamour, lying in a hospital bed, facing the consequences of a decision I'd made to feel better about myself." News of Denise's emergency spread quickly. The tabloid headlines were as merciless as they were sensational. Denise Richards' plastic surgery disaster on Special Forces set. Social media buzzed with speculation and judgment, with some criticizing her for succumbing to Hollywood's beauty standards and others expressing sympathy for her plight. But Denise refused to let the experience define her. Once discharged from the hospital, she took to Instagram to address her fans directly. In a heartfelt video, she opened up about the ordeal, her decision to undergo cosmetic procedures, and the lessons she'd learned. "I've always been open about my life," she began, her voice steady but emotional. "And this is no different. Yes, I made a choice to have a procedure done. And yes, it went wrong. But life is about learning and growing from our experiences." The response was overwhelmingly positive. Fans and fellow celebrities flooded her comments with messages of support, applauding her courage and honesty. Denise's transparency sparked a broader conversation about the pressures of beauty standards and the risks associated with cosmetic enhancements. In the weeks that followed, Denise focused on her recovery, both physically and mentally. She worked closely with her doctors to ensure no lasting damage and prioritized self-care. The experience also prompted her to reevaluate her relationship with beauty and aging. "I'm learning to embrace myself as I am," she said in a follow-up interview. "Wrinkles, imperfections, and all. They tell the story of who I am and what I've been through." As for Special Forces, Denise's journey on the show may have ended prematurely, but her story continued to inspire. The producers dedicated an episode to her experience, highlighting her bravery and resilience. In a surprising twist, they invited her to return for a future season once she had fully recovered. "I'll be back," Denise promised with a smile. "But next time, it'll be all me. No enhancements, no fillers. Just Denise, ready to take on the world." Her journey became a testament to the strength of vulnerability and the power of owning one's truth. Denise Richards emerged from the ordeal not just as a survivor, but as a beacon of authenticity in an industry that often demands perfection. And in doing so, she reminded everyone watching that true beauty lies in resilience, courage, and self-acceptance.